Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic.
Good evening and welcome back to Mystic Matters. We're the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. Good evening, Tricia Walsh.
Good evening, Suzette.
So what do we have going on now?
Well, I think that before I even begin to get into what's going on right now, we have our wonderful. Well, I know you may try and forget, but Kelly Mattis is here, and we cannot forget her. So she's going to
You certainly cannot forget me.
Kelly, welcome back.
Thank you, Suzette.
And Kelly Mattis, VP of Education at the Mystic Aquarium, does a great
right.
job for us.
Oh, thanks.
Has two wonderful little boys.
It's a boy
Very
and a girl,
active.
but they're not offended. It's all right.
That's what I
We've
meant.
known each other for...
Wow.
Well, I was actually talking about
She
your
was at their
husband.
births.
I was actually talking when I said two boys and a girl. I mean, they actually, she really has this family. When we
Yes.
talk about
Yep.
men in your life,
Yes,
I mean,
that is very true.
sometimes
That is very
children,
true.
men are.
I did not have a son as much as a plaything for my husband.
Exactly.
Yeah, things to keep them
Exactly.
entertained and rough and tough and climb with and climb under. But
Well-
anyway,
Well, Kelly, we have Ocean Commotion coming up.
best
Okay,
thing coming.
And we are sold out. It's been a sold out event for almost a month now, so
Yep.
we're excited, over 500 people, and want to thank everybody that are coming. Tricia is coming, and she's already, I've seen her gown. I've seen it. I've seen it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So everybody's, we're gearing up for that, and I want to thank everybody for in the community, because this year, because the aquarium is celebrating its 40th anniversary, there's a lot of community support, so thank everybody for that. And I promise you, it's going to be just a spectacular evening.
Well, you helped to plan it, Suzette. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
are sure
Yeah, okay.
that it will be spectacular. But we have all kinds of other, obviously,
Yes.
Ocean Commotion is
Yep.
the big fall event, but we do have all kinds of other opportunities coming up for family fun at the aquarium, so many of which there's a stack. Can you believe it?
And you've got
But
your cheat notes, so tell
I
us
know.
all about that.
Well, it's really
Yeah.
something for everybody.
Yeah.
So we have on September 28th, we're celebrating National Estuaries Day.
Okay.
So we'll have all kinds of activities going on the main floor of the aquarium in celebration of our local environment. And then on the 29th, on the Sunday, we're going to be doing a beach cleanup event. So out at Bluff Point
Bluff
State
Point,
Park.
okay.
Yep.
Mhm.
Come on out, help to clean up the environment, do good things for your community, and have a good family day to learn some things. and
Typically,
come
how
out.
many people come?
Usually for this event, we usually see about 150 volunteers that come out.
And do you
So-
see a repeat of people every year?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
People come. It's a great thing to do with your family. Get out, hoping for a beautiful day. Get out to the beach. Get to do a little walking. Get into touch with nature, and make a difference all at the same time. So
Fantastic.
yeah, and a couple other things I want to make sure to mention. You mentioned the 40th anniversary.
Yes.
So we are having 40th anniversary weekend on October 5th and 6th, which is going to be celebrating the aquarium's 40th anniversary with all kinds of fun and activities. So
Are you going to let us know what kind of fun and activities are there? Or you're just going to keep that to yourself?
Just going to have to, we will have additional information on the mysticaquarium.org website if you want to check in, but we'll have to keep some of that fun for that event. And then also coming up, the Penguin Run, it's hard to say when you have a list.
Yeah,
Penguin
Penguin
Run Walk
Right.
on October 19th, and that's a big event for us. You can come and do the 5K run or do the walk.
Through the Old Mystic Village and back,
Yeah,
right?
through the Old
Okay.
Mystic Village. The 5K run goes on the little bit of the trail system,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a great way to help support our efforts with penguin conservation in South Africa. And last but not least,
There's
it's
more.
also fall, which means it's Halloween time. So hosting fun events at the aquarium 2 weekends, the weekends the 19th, 20th, and October 26th and 27th, celebrating the fall and Halloween in the fall season. But again, check mysticaquarium.org in the calendar listings, and it'll give you all the information about all these great upcoming events. We know you'll love them.
Oh, I know. It's just going to be just a wonderful time. I just have a quick question for you, Kelly. Do you have your gown for this weekend?
I am sure it is living in my closet and beautiful, and can't wait to be pulled out for another year.
Well, I look forward to seeing you coming down the red carpet.
Me too. I look forward to seeing you guys.
Thank
too.
you so
Thanks
much.
for having
Kelly.
me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Tricia, you're
All right.
on.
Fall Festival. We are October 12th, right around the corner, 10 to 4, Pequannock Plains Park, GrottenBiz.org. fallfestival.com for all of the up-to-date information. And I am so excited to have here two of our performers for Fall Festival. April Brunel, owner of April's Balloon Creations.
Good evening.
And Rochelle Weinrock, owner of Simply Enchanted Fairy Tale Entertainment.
Good evening.
And so you are going to be blown away when you can see.
I love this, the way that the intro was fabulous,
Yes,
Tricia.
yes.
Blown away.
It was.
Oh, you are going to be blown away in just a few seconds here. We'll get Rochelle on the camera. And
Ah,
there we
there
have
we
her. Oh my gosh, there she is. And you are Little Mermaid.
Yes, I am the Little Mermaid.
Okay, before we get into your actual costume, Rochelle, and you look just stunning in that.
Thank you.
April, I must say, right before the show started, Tricia was telling me about, she said, wait till you see who's in the bathroom. Okay, and I thought to myself, well, she never starts off a show like that. And so I'm just fascinated about this, not only this talent that you have with balloons, but how did you even come up with this idea, and how did you get started?
Well, the balloons, the balloon dresses, I started in January. I went to a fabulous balloon convention down in Florida, and there was a woman from Canada who had a class on how to make dresses, and I was hooked. So I came home and we started doing dresses together, and she's my beautiful model.
Wait a minute, when you say dresses together, so you and Rochelle
Yep.
do dresses together.
Yeah, she's my model. So
Okay.
we'll do events or fundraisers or anything together, and I'll design a dress for her out of balloons, depending on the theme, and then we'll work together.
On what character? So
Yeah.
right now I am the Little Mermaid, but in the past we've done Snow White at Fusion. Was it? Yeah,
Yes.
Fusion. We did
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman at Given Glam.
Wow.
We also just recently did Rapunzel for another public appearance that we did as well. So
And I think it's important to note that not only do you wear the balloon outfit and dress the part, you also sing.
yes.
So it's an entire performance, start to finish. And then after that's done, April starts tying these amazing creations for the children that are all around, and the line never ends for these kids to get
Wow.
these huge, very cool decorations that are not even just balloon animals. I mean, what did you did an octopus for Taste of
There's
or
the
Mystic
big
Octopus.
octopuses, hats,
Yes, we
bracelets.
saw that. I witnessed that,
And,
with Josh.
Yes. And, it's just such a hit with the kids that we're so happy to have you both there. And it's just so unique and interesting to be able to.
Yeah, and for the Fall Festival, I will be wearing a real costume made of, material and such.
Yes, yes.
Because obviously that's what I do as well, but we've kind of combined our efforts to kind of do a little bit of both and something completely different for this area.
So how did the two of you meet, and how did this businesses
actually-
start?
Well, both of us, we met at Taste of Mystic a couple of years ago.
Yes.
She
Oh,
had-
really?
Exactly.
Chamber success.
Exactly.
And we became great friends.
So I saw her, I'm trying not to move too much because I'm squeaky. But I was Rapunzel, and I saw her across the green with a huge line, and I saw little Rapunzel balloons and Ariel balloons and all these other amazing creations coming my way, and I had a huge line of kids. And her husband came over and took my business card and said, obviously you guys are both a little busy right now, but we both work
She
in the
combined
same-
your efforts.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we work together a lot actually. She'll do balloons and I'll be whatever character I am for the day or moment
Wow.
or
And we can make it interactive because if she's, say, Rapunzel, I'll make a little Rapunzel wand or princess crown, and then she can sign it for them, and then they can take pictures with her. So it's a real fun thing for kids. They just light up.
Yeah, and so you're available for birthday parties. You can go to people's homes. Obviously, we're so lucky to have you at our events, which is wonderful. But
Yeah.
people can check out your email addresses, which are
Oh,
on
yeah.
the screen, and book you and have your child's dream come true.
Now, are you booked mainly from? For instance, if we had a little girl that wanted to have a special birthday party, is it an hourly sort of a thing, or you just kind of make up these packages when you meet with the people? How does that actually work? They call you up, April, and say, walk us through the process here.
Well, we each have similar business strategies. So if they call just for one of us, we have packages that start at an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on what type of party they want, what type of event it is. If it's a birthday party or if it's an event where it's just going to be tons of kids. That's different. And same thing with Rochelle. She has different characters, different packages, and things like that. And when we work together, that's when we have to talk, call each other, email, so that we can work with the same family.
Right. Because I do a lot of the entertainment of singing and games,
Right,
themed games
right.
towards each character. So we want to make sure that neither of us are taking away from the other and the entertainment of the party. So when we do parties together, we kind of have to work
Each
together a
get
little
good-
bit more, and it's
right.
kind of a longer party package.
Right.
If we work separately, then I do offer something as low as like a 1 hour, and so does she. So, yeah, but we work together and separately, and
Well, beyond the balloon dress, which is simply amazing. What?
Unbelievable.
How about if you could each tell us something, like the most unique or random thing that you've done for your business, possibly. I know you've done all kinds of parties, maybe.
Yes. Just big sculptures. People call me up and ask for a life-size canoe out of balloons, and I did that for a couple who had a 40th anniversary.
A life-size canoe.
A life-size canoe. They wanted it for their reception, so they put it out. I said they can't go in the water on it. And I've done a huge 3 to 4 foot frozen yogurt cup all out of a balloons for the Fresh Cow that opened up a new business in Norwich. So it's just random. People call up and ask for things that I can build.
Now, how long do it, like for instance, a life-size canoe, how long does that take you to do?
Life size, it depends. If it's a life size princess, I can build one in an hour and a half. A canoe or something that's a little bit more intricate takes probably 3 to 4 hours. Like the dress here took 5.
Okay.
So it just depends on the complexity and what it is.
And that's a lot. I mean, you do this alone?
Yes.
Okay, and is your best work happen when you're stressful or something? I mean, that's just a totally amazing. I mean, I know a lot of women knit and do crochet, but women have told me that they do their best work is when they're really really push for time. And
It gets that way.
Yeah, I mean, this is just it's an unbelievable. I mean, this is actually just a piece of artwork.
It is.
And a talent itself. How many balloons do you break?
I only broke probably 5 making this dress.
How many do you think it took to make the dress?
I'd say this one's probably 225 balloons.
Wow.
Okay, and then is there like a mold, or what do you do? How do you blow these things up?
Well, I have a pump to blow them up, and I have a compressor when I use the bigger balloons. And,
Okay.
And I build this actually over a dress form that has her measurements.
Okay.
So it's built specifically for her.
I don't have to stand there while she
No.
weaves balloons around me.
All right.
Right.
Goodness.
And how about you? So, what is one of the more unique, outside of the box things that you've had to
Aside from just, the run-of-the-mill birthday
Yeah.
parties and making little girls' dreams come true, I do play dates. So I just actually the other day it was just for 2 little girls, and we just did makeup, manicures, and things like that. Let's see what else. I mean,
The sleepover parties.
slumber party. I have 2 characters that I have pajamas for, and so now because I did a slumber party event, now I offer that as a party package because it's just so different. Let's see, Biomes recently was pretty cool. Biomes Marine Biology Center, and I came in as the Little Mermaid and real mermaid tail, so the kids think you're really
Right, the mermaid.
real
Yeah.
mermaid, like a real mermaid out of the sea. And sang and did stories and games and autographs and things like that. What else have I done that's just totally, Given Glam was pretty different.
That was fun.
Given Glam Girls Night Out, and we did the balloon. The balloon dresses are pretty out of the box for me.
Exactly.
And it's
Yeah.
cool to do something, playing Wonder Woman in a balloon dress. It was pretty neat to walk around and everybody's taking your picture, and it was kind of like we were mini celebrities that night.
Well, we were talking about kids and how much fun, because we always relate balloons to kids. Do you ever do girls' night out where you just say, okay, with some wine, because I can just imagine what this dress would look like if I had to make it with wine. But do you ever say, okay, listen, here's some packages, you get a little package of balloons and you kind of have to make something. And it's a bunch of women sitting around with wine, cheese, and crackers and do you have it?
That's a
little
great
things?
idea. I haven't done that yet, but I've done corporate things where they've had they were doing a day long of training, and so
Yeah.
to break it up, they had me come in at the very end, and I just broke out balloons and showed people how to do it, and they had a blast.
Oh, and for instance, if you had like a little, and they do this with beading, you know, you could make a necklace. So if you had packages of, you could make, you know, a jewelry box or whatever. And, you know, people could buy the packages and women could just, you know, sit around
I
trying
think
to make
Suzette's
that.
inviting you to her home to drink wine and make.
Well, yeah, I mean, exactly.
do that.
You see, I am so intrigued about this balloon thing. Like, how do you know, because I'm
should
not
do
very,
that.
yeah.
I
We should
do
do
have
like
packages.
a balloon dress girls' night or something.
Yeah.
Oh, you could do like a bachelorette night, like
Oh,
and make
yeah.
the bachelorette dress. I know somebody whose bachelorette is coming up. I might
Right, right. Or you know what?
Yeah.
You get the girls together and they would help make the dress. For instance, if you had a bride to be, you know, you get some of the brides are making the bodice, the other bridesmaids make the bottom of it, and then whatever, and you know. I mean, I think it would just could be, because we always relate it to kids, and I just think this would be just fun, especially with wine, Tricia, and cheese and crackers and things like that. I just think it would be just be hilarious. 'Cause- and then you could also make a game of it, how many you pop. And then, you know, that's just another.
Well, I think what we could do is make a game of it and make Kelly Mattis, who just said she does not have a gown for Ocean
Exactly.
Commotion,
There we
a
go.
Yeah.
beautiful gown for
Yeah.
Ocean Commotion, and she has already left the studio, so she does not know that we have
Right.
committed her to this, which is now on air.
And you can tell that Tricia and I are very committed to small business. We're already planning their next strategy, okay, and helping with their business plan. You know, we're always looking for. But I'm just saying, I'm just thinking, April, that this is, and Rochelle, this is a business that you could potentially grow.
Yeah.
And I think that's why you're on Mystic Matters here, is to get some more exposure and tell us, you know, a little bit about what the both of you do.
And why don't you tell us, like, how long have you been in business for?
I've been in business for about 3 years.
Okay.
But it's been busy 3 years.
Me too. Actually, it's 3 years this month. I had my 3-year anniversary this month. Yeah, my first year was, you know, kind of sporadic, but once people started to find out about me, now I'm booked every single weekend. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. So that's, I mean, when you start, and this is really home-based. So these are both businesses that are home-based and not a lot of overhead. Well, no overhead,
Well,
actually.
I do
Except
have a
for-
lot of overhead. I do.
Balloon cost,
Okay.
fabric cost.
My
costumes.
costumes are expensive.
Okay.
Wigs, the dresses. If I don't make it myself, even when I do make it myself, it's very expensive in terms of time and materials. Because I'm kind of a perfectionist.
That's okay.
So I like them to look as high quality as possible. I won't wear anything that's just
Right.
like some chintzy
Right,
whatever.
right.
I want the kids and the parents even to believe, like, oh my gosh, is she really the real thing?
Right.
That's my goal.
Well, it's part of the fantasy.
Exactly.
You know
exactly.
what I mean? That's
So
part
I
of
do
also
have
what
a pretty
they're
high
paying
overhead.
for.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is quite.
So what is your busiest time? What are your busiest times?
Mine is from February all the way back to December. I only have January and February where it slows just a little. Other than that, it's pretty busy.
Yeah,
And it's
I-
more weekends?
More weekends and nights, yes.
weekends
and nights.
mostly, and then I think the only times that I'm really slow are like holiday weekends where people aren't really having birthday parties and there aren't really many events going on that I can be at. Those are the only slow times really. Otherwise, it's just whenever I decide that, hey, I need a vacation and I'm not booking anything
Right.
this weekend. So.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
do both of you have little kids or kids?
I have a little 7-year-old boy who absolutely loves the balloons.
Do you find that does he help you out every once in a while?
Every
Or he
once in a
just-
while he does, and every once in a while he'll even volunteer. I'll help you I'll make swords for people, he tells me. He's so cute.
I just can't get over the talent here.
It's
I'm-
amazing. It's truly amazing. And the first time I saw it at Fusion, so I mean, I think that you're in awe because you hadn't seen it before, but I had
No.
seen, and I just think.
No, the only time I
look at
saw it, Tricia, was when Josh was wearing an octopus hat.
Well, that yes, but that was
And that was-
nothing compared to this.
Right,
It's
right. But I was
really-
in amazement just the way that.
And you're
you know,
quick.
putting it-
with
Right.
those. I mean, with the kids, that's
Yeah.
I guess you know,
Yeah.
the most important thing is.
Yeah, you
doing
have
that.
to be quick because the kids, their attention span and the parents' attention span go down quick.
And then she's got the line
Yeah.
to
Get
try and
through.
get down.
So is there a basic pattern that you use, or is there something that you...
There's no real pattern. It's just a way to start it and to know how to do the back, because there are balloon buttons in the back,
Right.
so she can get in and out. Other than that, you just know the basic weave, and then you play around. Like today, I played around with sleeves, and I hadn't done that before. Usually, I just make it come from here and go down with no sleeves.
Okay.
So it's just a lot of just playing with it, seeing what you can do.
Right, and you're also, so you're learning every single time you're making a particular dress.
Yep, always trying out new ideas and new, like the little shell.
Shell.
Right.
I had to figure out I wanted to make it that pretty. So
And put that all together.
Yep.
And
Make it
untie
stick and not
then-
fall off.
Right, right. So is this a lot of inventory, April?
I do have a huge inventory of balloons of all sizes, all colors. I have pumps and aprons and compressors and stands, and so I do have a lot of material.
And do you dedicate a certain part of your house for that? And
Yeah,
just-
there's a whole corner of my
It's really amazing.
bedroom that's balloons.
I'm just amazed at this,
Very
Tricia.
cool.
I'm so happy that they're both on.
I told you that
this-
they were just so
this
interesting.
evening. I mean, I just can't, I can't get over it.
And how many characters about do you have, do you think, total?
Did you like that little stare, blank stare? I have I play like 13 or 14 characters right now.
So you have quite the...
I do, yeah, because a lot of people request so many different things, and there's other ones that if I get one request for it, I'll add it just because it's a dream of mine to play. Or
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, currently I think it's 13 or 14. I do have an actor that I've recruited that worked with me at the Granite Theater a while back, and he actually had training at the Circle in the Square Theater on Broadway, and he's done a lot of improv as well, so we work really well together. So he's playing Peter Pan, Flynn, and Spidey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've got him playing 3 characters, and then for Halloween I'm going to be rolling out Sally and Jack.
Wow.
Nightmare.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So they're going to be a
I'm
little
sorry, I
creepier.
had
I was like, yeah, when
They're
I was
going to be
like,
a little
okay.
creepier.
Yeah.
But I've actually had a
Scarier,
request.
too.
Yeah,
Little bit
but you know
scarier.
what? People know them, and apparently
Yeah.
kids like them. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be fun. It'll be a fun challenge because of the makeup aspect of it. It's definitely a lot more intensive with the makeup. So
And you do all your own makeup?
I do. Yes, makeup, costumes. I'm making the costumes as well. So.
And do you sing for every performance that you do?
Anything that I can sing for, I will, because that's kind of, I've been trained in acting and singing, so it's kind of what sets me apart from other companies that are out there.
Right.
So there's other princesses out there, but they don't all do what I do.
Now, what was the inspiration to start these businesses?
Mine really was a whim. I just said one day I wanted to do balloon animals. My husband kind of laughed and said, "Why?" I said, "I don't know, they'd be fun." So then I just went on eBay and I ordered little pump and balloons, and I started, and it just couldn't stop. And it just kept going and kept going and kept going. So I actually reached out to other balloon artists and like even bartered with them. I wrote them articles so they'd give me tips and tricks and stuff, so they could
Right.
put articles on their websites and stuff. Yeah.
And how did you get it started?
Well, actually, I've always been into the fairy tales and singing, and always pretending I was these characters since I was a kid. I went to one of my friend's birthday parties, and I think this was like 5 years ago or 6 years ago or something, and we were in our early mid-20s, was it? Let's not age ourselves here.
No,
And,
let's not.
She had a costume party for her birthday party in March, and I decided to dress up in an old prom dress that looked kind of like a Cinderella dress, and I made myself like a nerdy princess. And everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, Rochelle, you should be a princess," and that kind of got the gears turning. Like, well, I did go to school for theater. I do love being a princess, and I do love all aspects of the songs and the movies, and so I like making the costumes and replicating
Right.
as closely as possible. So it was just kind of a natural slide into it for me, that it was just something I've kind of like, oh my gosh, I've been training to be a princess my whole life.
Now, is there I know this is all new, it's already been 3 years. Is there a 5-year plan? Where do you ladies see yourselves in 5 years? Is there a plan?
I have a plan. It's not like fully blown out, but my first thing was just to get situated in the community, known for the good balloons and not just, the simple ones. And also working more into the art. And I've had goals, and I've actually met a lot of my goals this year. I wanted to be featured at the Mystic Art Center, and I was the featured artist in July.
Yes.
And Rochelle was there.
Yeah.
Alice.
Alice.
Fantastic.
I forgot that one.
Yeah.
So that was one of my goals, and another goal we're actually going to be completing at the Fall Fest is doing a show. Because I want to be known for doing balloon shows
Right.
and be more of an entertainer type thing.
I think you ladies are well on your
Yes,
way
I
to
think
it.
so,
I
too.
don't think
Yeah.
it'll take 5 years.
Yeah.
I think it'll be like next 6 months you guys are, moving
the-
full speed ahead with this.
Is that basically the same type
Yeah,
of
I
goals? Is
definitely,
it more
definitely want to
theater
do
and-
more shows.
Yep.
I have gone from full-time to part-time with an actual, day job. So that was a pretty big goal for me, was to be able to take it down to at least part-time. My next goal, I guess, would be I would like to start doing some more commission costume work, because there's only so much that I can physically book as an entertainer during the week, aside from maybe schools and libraries and things. So that's kind of another goal of mine, is to get more into doing more custom commission costume work
Wow.
for other people.
Wow.
Well, Tricia, I want to thank you. Because
Well, I
when
told
you
you
said,
to just blow your mind,
Right.
and here we go.
well, when Hannah emailed in, and Tricia and I always kind of get the heads up on who our audience, our guests are going to be on Mystic Matters, and so we can look through some of the material. And when I looked at it, and I said, well, I knew you, April, but I thought, okay, where are we going with this one? And then when you said, you're not going to believe who's in the bathroom, I thought, she never says that, but all the luck, Rochelle
Thank you
and
very
April.
much.
You guys are, the both of you are very talented individually and also as a team, and we are just appreciative that you're part of the Mystic Chamber of Commerce, and we can actually go out there and say, listen, book these ladies.
Absolutely.
Because
And
they're very talented.
once again, you can see them both at Fall Festival, October 12th, Pequannock Fleens Park, 10 to 4. And I believe you're doing an 11, I'm sorry, I don't have the time. If you go to grottenbiz.com, you can check out the time for that. All right.
Fantastic. Well, good luck to you guys. I'm sure we're going to be seeing you real soon. And Tricia, we're just gearing up for the holiday season at this point, and for fall coming up right around the corner. So we are Mystic Matters, the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. Good evening.
Soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic, into mystic, into mystic.